Today I'm going to be answering the question, what is the definition of feminism? First, feminism is political and social movement for the liberation of women and for the freedom of minorities all around the world. It involves social justice activism and campaigning that revolves around consciousness raising regarding both personal and political issues that affect these groups. It's also about recognizing privilege and working together in order to bring about social justice for these subordinate groups.
What's up, everyone? This is Big Boss Calvin 83. This is going to be a response to a comment that I received from this user named Ashley Apples 3, and I commented on her response video to J Love titled R.E. the colons Black Gender War semicolon Black women and men hate each other. She responded to that video and I commented, and I'm not going to waste no time but just tell you what the comment is. It's right there posted on the screen, and this goes by Big Boss C83. That's me. To stop the gender war is to look at the root of the problem. Sorry about that. Let me start over. To stop the gender war is to look at the root of the problem. Feminism has causes, which is affecting every woman and man sometimes, of every race and nationality. Next paragraph. Women are placed on the pedestal and think they are superior to men, which men are constantly suppressed down. The elite bankers created this for their New World Order equals one world government. One world government. Man, it's 1:30 in the morning, so excuse me for the being loopy. Please look into the evils of feminism and New World Order and make everyone aware of this. And I doubted that she has looked into it, because she would not be commenting, make a reply comment back stating, here's Ashley. Can you define what you mean by feminism? Men are judged by their worth and women are judged by their beauty. How is that feminism? A woman placed on the pedestal, if she's has a lot of beauty. I know a lot of women organizations who are doing positive things in the community, like Mother Day Radio, who are a group of women who try to stop the radio from playing harmful, disrespectful rap songs. And that's the only problem. Okay, continued. Here's Ashley again. Continued. A group of women are working together to make the community better so they can raise their children. Feminism value men and women equally. No, they don't. To see ideas of feminine, I think that's what she said, feminine. It's misspelled, but you know, feminine. Nurturing, in parentheses, nurturing, gentle, graceful, and caring. In a more positive light is often someone who is female is viewed as weak. When you speak about women who think they're superior to men, dash. There are people who got a big ego. Both men and women can have egos. It's not feminism, it's just women with a big head. Okay, you need to understand, Ashley. I'm going to show you what is feminism, and I want you to check out these two clips, then you understand what I'm talking about.
Well, one of the things they told me was that he was at the house one night, and we were talking, and he started laughing. He said, "Aaron, what do you think women's liberation was about?" And I said, I had pretty conventional thinking about it at that point. I said, I think it's about women having the right to work, getting equal pay with men, just like they won the right to vote, you know? And he started to laugh. He said, "You're an idiot." And I said, "Why am I an idiot?" He said, let me tell you what that was about. We, the Rockefellers, funded that. We funded Women's Lib, you know? And we're the ones who got all over the newspapers and television, the Rockefeller Foundation. He says, "And you want to know why?" He said, "There were two primary reasons." And they were, one reason was we couldn't tax half the population before Women's Lib. And the second reason was now we get the kids in school at an early age. We can indoctrinate the kids how to think. It breaks up the family. The kids start looking at the state as the family, as the school, as the officials, as their family, not as the parents teaching them. And so those are the two primary reasons for Women's Lib, which I thought up to that point was a noble thing. You know, when I saw their intentions behind it, where they were coming from when they created it, the thought of it, I saw the evil behind what I thought was a noble adventure.
Aaron, did you know that Gloria Steinem, in one of her own books, now admits the CIA funded Miss Magazine?
No, I had no idea about that. No, I never heard that.
Yeah, we're going to...
CIA funded Miss Magazine?
Funded Miss Magazine with the stated goal of taxing women and breaking up the family.
No kidding. I never heard that. Well, Nick told me. I mean, I know it, but not because I know the CIA was involved in it.
Well, Gloria Steinem was proud of it. Oh, the CIA wanted to help me help women.
No kidding.
So they funded it, yeah. And of course, it's divide and conquer.
Right,
and what they do is they focus in, obviously, on real problems. Women were getting shafted in many ways, but the elite wasn't planning to help them. They were planning to really shaft them and take men away from them. Look at what they did with black families. You only had about 10% illegitimacy 50 years ago in black communities, and now it's over 90%. And look at welfare. We're going to give you some money, but you can't have a man in the house.
Right.
And so that was further to degrade the family. Totally destroyed. And now illegitimacy is over 50% in the general population.
Right. Well, see, the whole thing is these people control the money, so they make all the rules. You understand? And they put whatever rules they want into effect. And the truth is, America has really become a socialist, communistic country. And everybody says it's a capitalistic country. It's not a capitalistic country. You know, how could it be capitalistic when you have a central bank? That's the first. It can't be. You know, the money.
It's a planned economy.
It's a planned economy. It's a phony. If they want to create prosperity, they just print dollars. They just make dollars or put digits into the economy, and now you have prosperity. You don't have real prosperity. You don't have real manufacturing. You just have money being injected in. It's an infusion of credit,
which only makes the government go into more debt.
Into more debt.
I was told that I made these assumptions on no factual evidence whatsoever. Gloria Steinem was propositioned by the CIA. They funded her in order to lead the feminist movement. She admitted this in her own autobiography, her own words. And in Aaron Russo's Reflections and Warnings, he discussed how the Rockefellers, a bunch of elitist old men, were the ones who were behind this movement. They did so because they wanted to be able to tax the other half of society. They wanted women out of the house so that they could begin the indoctrination of children at a younger age, so that they would be able to teach them how to put condoms on bananas, and that Marxism and communism are actually good, and to shove environmentalist propaganda down their throats. She is in support and for the pushing of a radical abortion agenda that would love to see legislation passed to legalize partial birth abortions in any cases. So she does have the blood of those babies on her hand, the same way that Ted Kennedy had the blood of those babies on his hands, and the same way Barack Obama has the blood of those babies on his hands. Now, as for the accusation of witch, If Gloria Steinem is the leader of the feminist movement, then doesn't that mean that she embodies what it is that that group represents? Well, let's see what that group represents. The end of the institution of marriage is a necessary condition for the liberation of women. Therefore, it is important for us to encourage women to leave their husbands and not to live individually with men.